Sitting on the northern end of Mindanao is a city on the rise. We welcome you to one of the most progressive and competitive cities in the country, Cagayan De Oro, the city of golden friendship.
Prior to the season, what we did was we wanted to find out what parts of the country were worth featuring in terms of the growth, the emerging cities. Obviously, Metro Manila is no longer the concentration of development. I mean, you have different provinces with so much going on. And we felt that Cagayan de Oro was one of the places that we had to go to this season to feature.
The first time I was here in Cagayan de Oro was probably when I was 3 years old. You have the whole range of developments here in Cagayan de Oro. Lately, we've been looking at the more mid-range housing projects, primarily for the OFW market.
One of the first things that we knew about Cagayan de Oro prior to going here was that it was the adventure capital of the Philippines.
CDO is known to be one of the best outdoor extreme destinations here in the Philippines. And I'm here at the Dahilayan Adventure Park to find out why.
For someone like me who's done zip lines before, I can say that the experience by itself is something that I'll never forget. The view is just fantastic. It's such a rush.
We would like to be the extreme adventure playground, not only in Mindanao, but in the Philippines. What I did was thought of an activity that would cater to the outdoors so that we could leverage also the ambience and the terrain. So I thought of building a zip line. And to make a statement, our vision was to build Asia's longest zip line. At Dahilayan Adventure Park, we have Asia's longest dual zip line. Dual means that two can simultaneously zip on the cable. Other than the zip lines, there are other extreme activities that we have. This behind me is the latest ride that we built. It's called the Python, a zip line roller coaster. This is a unique zip line because instead of having just a straight cable, it now has a track that's similar to a roller coaster.
It's apparently the only roller coaster zip line in the country, and it's something that they reverse engineered, really just following the topography of the area.
We have drop zone. The drop zone is a 120-foot tower where you are dropped from a height of about 120 feet into a pond, but you don't hit the water. You swing. It's like an extreme swing.
Wow, I mean, really breathtaking and really gets your adrenaline pumping. Grabe. I haven't done it yet though. So yeah, I'm afraid of heights.
The excitement just going up, I think it's more the anticipation of the drop that scares you. And you know, when you do pull that lever, the feeling is just indescribable. You have to try it.
We also have Asia's first aerial bike. We built a Flying Lizard. It's an aerial canopy bike, 400-meter course downstairs. We have built a ski lodge type chalet here. You will notice it stands out, you know, like it was in Europe. We try to maintain a distinction among the others. And that's why when people come here, they're really surprised that, you know, it's like being in another country.
Everyone's heard of the whitewater rafting. It's one of the things to do in Cagayan de Oro, and I can see why. It's something that is a little bit on the extreme, but at the same time, it's something that everyone can do. It's something that will give you half a day of just pure adrenaline, excitement. You know, there's that feeling that you're doing something that is a little bit risky, but it's actually done in a very controlled manner. The guides are experts at what they do, and they really make it a point to make you feel comfortable. And they will give you a little bit of a scare at times because that's actually part of the attraction. You know, just conquering the rapids by itself is an experience.
One of the best things about this adventure is that if you're ever caught thirsty midway, well, there's a free-flowing supply of mountain fresh mineral water just waiting to quench your thirst.
We feel that there's that outdoors thing within us. We thought at first that our market would be the young ones that would have, would like to experience the extreme adrenaline rush. But we found out that it's the whole family, and that's why this has become, a family destination of sorts. We encompass all sorts of clientele, and we've been very successful so far.
One of the interesting things that I discovered just when I was at Dahilayan Adventure Park is that land values in the area from 10 years ago had increased 3,000%. So you can just see the effect of a tourist attraction or a tourist destination on priming of land. Just the thought that 10 years ago, it used to cost just 3 pesos per square meter, and now you can't even buy it for 1,000. It just goes to show that if you put your money where your mouth is, there's so much that can be done to land or to an area to really raise the property values. And we saw that for ourselves in Dahilayan Adventure Park.
Among fast-rising destinations, Cagayan De Oro certainly made a name for itself. And with plans for more exciting and adrenaline-inducing attractions, the future is bright for the adventure capital of the Philippines.